Hey guys, wanted to do a more of a long-term update review on our Kawasaki Mule SX. We've had it for a little over 6 months now probably, and several tanks of gas, oil change later. Used the heck out of this thing, so I just kind of wanted to go over it, let you know what we like, what we don't like on it. How we've used it. Right now I've got a couple of empty water jugs back here, but we love this thing. There's a couple little things that we don't like, and I would have to say those fall more in the severe nitpicky category than anything else. The nice thing about it is the fact that it is narrow. It does sit up higher, so I'm able to get in the woods in and out a lot easier when cutting wood and stuff. I've also added, if you see, I've added a top. I do have a trailer hitch on the back of it for pulling the trailer, and the our log splitter. This is an aftermarket hitch attachment, and if you can see there, it does not match up for there or that bolt. But considering the fact that I don't pull any weight on it, I'm not too worried about it. It does have these 3 bolts back here. I bought it off of Amazon. I'm not going to put a link on it because, again, it does not match up. And if you want to pull anything with any kind of weight, I would probably buy either a higher quality one or an OEM one for the receiver anyways. The hitch itself is fine. I like the fact it's got the ball mount on it. It is a 2-inch ball mount. And then I've got a spot there for a pin for our little wagon that we got that we pulled around with it. And then you can also do like a chain up there. The only issue here is it does rattle a lot. There for a while we thought this thing was all of a sudden going to fall apart when we ever put this on here, because it was just rattling so bad till I realized it was just that. So I can take that off and then it doesn't rattle and it's no big deal. Also, I went and got some plexiglass and I made my own windshield, because it is nice to have the windshield there. It helps with a little bit with the rain and the wind when it was cooler. Nice thing about it though too is it does keep some of the brush and stuff from slapping up on us as much when we're driving in the woods. But yeah, I just got a little bit thicker plexiglass. I took a couple of them. This is the second one I built. The first one was a little bit thinner and it cracked on me. But yeah, I just took a rider, just routed out some holes, put some pipe clamps on here, and she works. I did leave enough room so I can get the cover off of the storage here. Kind of leads me into the first nitpicking thing is the fact that, and we didn't really think about it at first, but yeah, just having a place where you can just throw a pair of gloves or something up here, just a little bit of a dash or a flat area that you could just throw a set of gloves there and you're good to go, or just whatever, your cell phone, something. It does have a glove box. It's got some off and water bottle and some WD-40. I got one of them little touch lights. Just got it stuck up there for at night. It works pretty good for a little dome light if you need something when you're out after dark. If you see here, we're a little over 30 hours on the engine. So this thing, I've loaded up with wood. We've got a little garden trailer that we pull behind it too. We've loaded it up with wood and everything. Throw chainsaws in the back. It works great. One of the other little nitpicking things that I've got is these don't stay in very good. I was just missing the one, but now it looks like I'm missing both of them. And if you can see, we got ticks bad. So, hence having the off in the glove box of this thing. But yeah, my overall feeling on this is it's more like a, and I'm probably way off base, but it's still my opinion. It's just kind of a blowed up ATV four-wheeler, if you will, with a side-by-side UTV body sitting on top of it. It's definitely not the biggest. It's definitely not the fastest. And it won't haul the most. But for out here, being able to get in and out into tight spots and stuff like that, it works great. We love this thing. This has been probably one of our best investments that we've had. And we didn't realize just how much we would use it until we got it. And we used the heck out of it. Taking trash out to the dumpster, going out getting wood, just going out checking the mail, or just going on a drive through the place. We have fun. Like I said, you're not going to win any races with this thing, and you're not going to haul the biggest loads either, but it does what we need it to do. But everything functions good on it. I've had no issues with the bed, with tailgate. We've sat on, that one's a little loose, which that's always been loose. As far when you compare it to that one, they didn't quite measure those the right length, but I mean, I sit on this thing with no problem, and I'm not a little guy, so normal sized people wouldn't have an issue. Tailgate does, or the bed does lift up real easy. Just come back here, lift that. I'm gonna wind up dumping some stuff here if I'm not careful, but you got the motor, everything back there. Just latch it. I've seen a couple videos where they say you gotta lift almost have to lift the seat up. I don't have any issues. But yeah. So, like I said, after, putting over 30 hours on this thing and using the heck out of it, just hauling wood and just doing chores around the place, we love it. The only thing I want to add to is I do want to add a couple of LED lights to it at night, which summertime it's not as big. As we're coming in summer, it's not such a big deal now since we got more daylight during the day. But I do want to add some LED lights on it because the halogen lights on here, when it's dark, suck. They do enough to let you can see where you're going, but really being able to see very well is not the best. I was kind of worried about the limited fuel capacity in it, because I think it's just under 5 gallons. This thing, it sips gas. It does not guzzle at all. I can make several trips back and forth from the back of the place to the house, and with loads on it and without loads on it, and I don't have any issues. So yeah, and gives me a place for adding to my sticker collection. Be something to drive Tina nuts. But yeah, all in all, we love this thing. I mean, is it the best at what it does? No. But it is good at what it does, and it does what we need it to do, and that's what's important. So if you're looking for a smaller side-by-side or more economical, you don't have a lot of money, or you just don't need a bigger side-by-side, give this thing a second look. We've been really happy with it, and other than a couple little nitpicking things, we've had no issues with it. It starts every time. One problem I almost completely forgot, and this is not a nitpicking problem, and this is something I guess has been an issue with them for a lot of times. A lot of times when you're shifting, whether you're going from low to high, reverse, neutral, whatever, it will stick, and you have to give it a little bit of gas, which really sucks if you're pulled up to something. Like we'll be pulled up maybe up to the house, and you need to put it in reverse, and the only way it gets in reverse is giving it a little bit of gas. So that is the one thing that Kawasaki needs to fix, is the transmission on that, shifting from one to the other. So if you're in neutral, if you can get it into neutral without it sticking, you generally won't have any issues. But if you just pull in, shut it off, yeah, you're going to be, sorry, I got ticks falling out of the trees on me. So that is one thing you need to watch out for. That is the one main issue that we've had with this machine. It's just the shifting. But other than that, just the two little nitpicking things. Everything else is, you can kind of upgrade, add what you need to, like adding the LED lights. You can buy some off of Amazon for not that expensive. So, and like I said, with the lights that are on there, you can see these. It's annoying that they fell off, but it is what it is. I don't know if I need to drill maybe a couple of holes there in the bottom of it, just that way water can drain out so it don't sit and rust, but that may be the only thing I might need to do. So anyway, like I was saying before, if this is something, you just want something smaller, you don't have a lot of money, or maybe you just don't need a great big machine, I mean, knowing that about the shifting, seriously, give this thing a second look. It's worth it. We absolutely love it. We've used the heck out of this thing. So I will leave it at that, because I don't see anything else I can talk about this thing. So anyway, appreciate you guys sticking around watching. Like, subscribe, leave comment, and we'll see what we can get into next. Bye-bye now.